For river herring like the alewife and blueback, life is an upstream battle. Each year brings a challenging journey from the ocean to the streams and lakes of their birth to spawn. But often that journey ends at a man-made barrier, as it long did for the herring of the Mystic River.
The herring is one of our biggest success stories and continues to evolve as a story as well. It began right here where I'm standing at the Mystic Lakes Dam, where this was the first barrier that herring were having towards their spawning habitat.
For many years, an impromptu bucket brigade would ferry the fish from the lower to the upper Mystic Lake. But when the dam was rebuilt in 2012, engineers installed a fish ladder, a pass-through so the herring could continue the journey on their own. Daria Santillani is Senior Engagement Manager for the nonprofit Mystic River Watershed Association.
And from that intervention alone, we saw a doubling of the population. It went from 200,000 to around 500,000.
Last year, that number reached 800,000, a figure that comes from an in-water camera and a cadre of volunteer fish counters who do hourly surveys at the dam. There was a time the Mystic had almost no herring run. Commercialized and dammed, it was used as a dumping ground for heavy industry for much of the last century.
It was seen a lot as an industrial river, not something that was a regional connector in that sort of way, like for recreation, habitat, and that's been a big thing, is to change folks' impression of the river.
John Kilborn is an environmental lawyer and member of the Watershed Association.
In the 70s, with the Clean Water Act and pollution prevention efforts and removal of obstructions, the water quality got better. So the herring run started to build up.
The remarkable success of the Boston Harbor cleanup contributed as well. The Mystic Watershed is now an environmental phoenix. And speaking of birds, they have returned as well. Black-crowned night herons, cormorants, osprey, all following and feeding on the alewives and bluebacks. And where there are birds, there are birders. Charlie Torella is a Winchester native who was so taken with the spectacle at Center Falls Dam, he co-produced a film about it.
You mean these fish are coming from the ocean? I said, yeah, they're coming from the ocean, and people never really quite knew that, and now they know.
I thought it was a really interesting story to see not just the birds were coming back year after year and why that was happening, but to see this sort of pattern of also, humans interacting with nature in that way.
And there is more work ahead. The plan is to install a fish ladder at Horn Pond in Woburn, replacing the current spillway that proves too difficult for many herring to navigate. The new ladder will open up an additional 100 acres of water, a 50% increase in spawning habitat. Good for the river and also good for the ocean, since alewives and other river herring are diadromous.
They have this cool life cycle where they live as adults in the ocean and they come back to the river they were born in to spawn. And it's really unique because not that many fish can do it, live in saltwater and freshwater, go back and forth. They have predators out in the ocean who rely on them for food. They also feed out in the ocean, and same thing in freshwater systems. So if we increase the herring population, it has ripple effects across saltwater and freshwater ecosystems.
A unique and resurgent migration happening through dense urban communities. So the next time you are stuck in traffic on the Mystic or Alewife Brook Parkway in spring and summer, just know you are not alone. An arduous and even more challenging commute is playing out in the water just down the riverbank. Now, many rivers and streams have herring runs in Massachusetts, but for the last 2 years, the Mystic had the largest herring migration in the state, something the folks at the Watershed Association are quite proud of. And that new fish ladder at Horn Pond should be complete in time for the next herring run in the spring of 2027.